Yes, I do.
Sure.
I hope you're hearing me.
I can.
I'm a widow of about 14 years, and the circumstances of my late husband's death was very complicated because I couldn't really put a finger on what happened to him. But one of the discovery I made while he was sick was the fact that I saw the word dead in his phone, DEAD. And for a moment I was like, what is this? Who put death in his phone? Meanwhile, we're very harmonious, so we lived very well. We're a good couple, Christians, active in church and all that. And then he left home and went to Akura and came back. Then I discovered this thing. One thing led to the other, and he passed on. What I'm saying is that it may interest us to know that I come from an area where men don't die. It's only women that die there. If a man has headache, it's a woman, and all that. So it was being alleged even before he died, that I was the reason why he was sick. But candidly, as the Lord lives, I had no hand. I still have no hand. I stand to say this in any day, anytime, anywhere. So, but while he was sick, because of that tradition and belief, it was taken that I had something to do with it. So while he was alive, he wasn't happy about it, and he knew I had nothing to do with his ailment. And because they held that position, even the siblings refused to come. No, rather not the siblings. The only brother he had refused to come to the hospital. Meanwhile, the diagnosis had it that he had cancer, a lump that pressed against his heart. And so even the hospital wanted family members to be there to get to know what was happening. And they didn't come. So on the very day that he breathed his last, after I single-handedly, with the knowledge of my family members, had taken him to seven hospitals as a matter of fact. Then that said Wednesday, he became critical. So at that point, I let him know that I do not know what is happening, and I do not know what would happen. But the truth I want him to know is that I never did what they alleged I did. Because my place, it is adultery. And I told him I never did. Not directly, not indirectly. Nothing like that.
Wait. Besides the pardon, I'm so sorry. I'm really trying to follow your story, but I think I'm lost somewhere. Besides the fact that the family thinks you killed your husband, someone is also accusing you of adultery?
Pardon?
Are you being accused of cheating or adultery?
No, adultery now. That's
adultery.
Adultery. The way I come from, they know. These people are listening. They know that area. Every person, every man that dies there is adultery by the wife. So the wife has to come and do some swearing, some juju, and all that. Now, to say the least, while he was very sick, I remember a message came from home that I should bring him home. I candidly, with every sincerity of purpose and innocence, I was ready for us to go. And I said to him, let's go there. Maybe if we go there, we'll have a solution for you to do well. I candidly asked me which solution, I didn't know. And I didn't apply my mind to something, aberrative. So he said to me, do you want them to kill me? I'm not going. So we stayed on, and the hospital requested for the brother to come. The brother did not come. I called the brother did not come, and lo and behold, on that Wednesday, after I told him, he said to me he knew, and asked me to promise him one thing. The one thing he wants me to promise him is that I must not go home. That was his language. I must not go home.
Wow.
For want of saying argument, I said, okay, I will not go home. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Indeed, he passed on. When he passed on, there were a lot of intrigues, between families, my people and their people, because where we come from are very close. It's like that kind 5 minutes walk. And it went on and on and on. But against his saying that I should not go home.
Okay.
I decided they insisted I must bring the cops home. And after all said and done, the church here said I should go home. I should go and tell them what happened. So I and my own people went. My elders from my village went, and I tried and explained to them. To cut the long story short, they refused that I must swear. They did some things, that said I must swear. Of course, I knew I would not swear. I told them I would not swear. I didn't kill him. As good as that, I won't kill him. And then I made some pronouncements that if I refused to swear, I was going to pass on, and my children were also going to pass on. And I said, if I know what adultery is, I didn't commit adultery, I will not swear. And to God's glory, was still living. So for a moment, it was like a distancing from me. A distancing. Village people didn't come and all that. And God.
Have I lost you? Hello? Hello?
And yes, the child is 17 now. And to God's glory, all the ones that have gone to university have gone. So what I'm just saying now is that because of the way the whole thing turned out to be, my own elders even said I must not come for that burial, that they should bury their son. If they have asked me severally and I've stood my ground to say I didn't do it, then they should go and bury their son.
So
corroborating what he himself said, that I must not go home.
Okay.
Because it was against his instruction that I must not go home, that I had to go at least. Since they said I should come and explain what happened, I went with all the medicals, everything that was supposed to do. What is the confession? The children have grown, and then suddenly they've been calling me from their side. What I have decided is not to grudge, and I left my phone open. I didn't go to change my phone. So each time that brother of his called, I would pick, and we say, when are you coming home? I said, you've seen how things are now, no money. I'm battling with school fees and all that. Whenever I'm chance, whenever it is good enough for me to come home, I will come home. But deep down me, I know I'm really reluctant to come. My mother-in-law is still living. She calls me, I will respond. As a matter of fact, there was a time I would even send 5,000 rice to her, But at one point, I saw that there was some again on that tone that I didn't quite comprehend, so I stopped.
Okay.
So the confession line is that they want me to come home with the kids, and I refused to come because of the experience I had. How they had sworn we're going to pass on, and all that. So that's my confession. I don't know what anybody has to say. If the kids, for me, if the kids decide, they grow up and they decide to go, I can't keep them back. They can go.
What's
and
your decision?
They call me again tomorrow. I always pick their phone. I always discuss with them. Very friendly mood.
All right.
And
what's
I go by what my late husband said. I am not going home. I have nothing to go home for.
So what's
where you don't feel secure? A place where people have vowed that they will kill you. As a matter of fact, the day I even went to tell them about the death, they swore in my very eyes that I was not going to leave that place
alive. So how long ago did this even happen? How long ago?
I told you that my son's daughter is about 25 now. She was about 11 then.
Okay. Oh, wow. So that was some years ago.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your decision? Because now you're saying that they're calling you, they're checking up on you, acting like they care about you, and they're asking you to come.
I'm going to. For me, I'm leaving it at that level. I will be friendly. I refuse to quarrel. I refuse to grudge. If they call me, I respond. My mother-in-law calls me, I respond.
I get that.
I ask after
but what's your decision about? I get that. So you don't want to.
My decision now is to just wait and live on. And if those kids grow up and they want to go there, I won't stop.
But have you told your children the story of their father?
They know. Kids are very smart. They know now. They know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good enough. That's good enough. Once they know, and then they choose to go back, they are fine. But they must know. They know. They know very well. So I think are you sure you have made a decision, or you want impute?
I've made a decision. I've made a decision, but if any person thinks that
No, that's two different things. When you make a decision, you don't need an impute. So I want you to be sure. Have you made a decision
that I will not go there?
Yeah.
At least not in the present. Not in the present.
You're not
I don't
sure
know how the future will be, and I want to see if the future, when the kids are grown enough, that
you're
they
not
can take responsibility for themselves. Why not? We can go. If we must, but live there, I will not live there.
You're not sure.
Since village is 5 minutes apart, can I just return to my village?
So let me ask you this question. If you decide 20 years from now to go back, are you going back to the same old people, or are you going back to a changed people?
20 years after, I will not go there. I will go to my own village, but I'll still relate with them.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Thank you. What a story. Now, that was a story. So there's something here that I think I'm sensing. She sounds like she's sure, but it seems as though... Yeah, it seems as though she could be swayed. And then that's a gap. That's a weak link. If your husband is telling you to not go to his own people, if a man from that land is telling you don't come here, you sound like you're sure, but... So I need you to be sure. I think I need you not to go. That's exactly what I mean when I say, I want you to be sure. They are the same people. The outcome is not going to change, except they change. The culture, the people, the generation, except it changes. They're the same people. So when you say something like, I won't go today, I'll go in the future, it's like you're going into the future with the same people. It's like, do you learn? So there's like, well, you have to... Nigeria info. Confessions Thursday. Welcome.
Hello?
Oh, for real? You're going to have to speak up. Good afternoon to you. It's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Yes, I have a confession.
Speak up. We're with you. Go ahead.
Okay. There's this guy I've been dating for 4 years now.
Speak closer to your mouthpiece and stay put so we can hear you quickly. You can speak fluidly.
Okay. I said there's this guy I've been dating for 4 years. So last year, we got engaged. Though I've not been to his place before. So, all what he told me about his dad, told me who his father is and who his mom is. So I just found out yesterday that it was all a lie. That the person he told me is his real father is his elder brother. And the person he told me is his mother is his elder brother's wife. And the person he told me is his grandparents, his real parents. So, right now, I don't know what to do.
You can't say you don't know what to do. Jesus handed you salvation. You don't know what to do with that? How do you not know what to do? What do you want to do with the lies?
I don't know. Just kind of lied to me for 4 years now. So
he lied to you for 4 years and you don't know what to do. Are you sure you don't know what to do? Have you confronted him? Have you told him? Oh, Lord of heaven. Have you told him what you found out? What did he say?
When I found out, I asked him to tell me the truth. He was still insisting that what he told me before is the truth. But when I pressurized him more, he told me that, yes, let me tell you the real truth about him. This is how it is. This is everything I need to know.
Okay.
But
So
he keeps saying that he's sorry for everything. But I still don't know the reason why he had to lie to me.
I mean, that was not necessary. So why did he lie? Did you ask him? It wasn't a necessary lie. He wasn't, I don't know what he wasn't defending anything or hiding something. Or was
Nothing.
he? Just a lie on a good old sunny day.
Just a lie. For no reason.
And you don't know, is that how you want to live? You just want a guy who just wakes up and for lack of a creative spunk, just throws a lie in the wind and keeps it, sustains it for 4 years.
And there are 7 in their family. Like, his mom gave birth to 7.
What did you say?
I said his mom gave birth to 7 children. But all he told me that he is the firstborn. Meanwhile, is the number 5. But he said he's the firstborn. That his mom only gave birth to 3.
Okay, so
I don't know. If not for the other brother's wife, the man told me everything yesterday. But we have been talking with this woman. She didn't know that I don't know anything. She thought maybe he had told me all the truth about him.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm
Pardon?
28.
Hey, you're 28. You're an adult. You're acting like you don't. You keep saying you don't know. How do you not know? Now you know. You don't want to leave the guy. That's what this is.
That is the problem now.
No. Hold on. Ask a question. You don't want to leave the guy.
That's why I don't know if I should leave him or still.
No, I'm asking you a question. No, you're not confused. You're not confused. You're not making a decision. That's why. So I'm asking you, you don't want to leave the guy? You should know the answer.
I don't want to leave him, but I don't know what to come up tomorrow. If another life will still come up.
Don't worry about tomorrow. You're probably not going to be there. And I don't mean that maliciously. Like, we don't know tomorrow, right? What we know is today. Heaven, please. Wait a second. You can take some time, think about it, but you're not even answering the questions. You don't want to leave him because you like him, right?
Yes.
Good. So maybe he treats you nice. Maybe he's a really good guy, but he's told you these lies that were unnecessary.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any expectation of your own self? Because that's really what should help you. If you have a personal standard and somebody falls beneath that, you know how to react about that.
Though I've told him already that I don't want to do again, but it's not from my mind.
But it's not from your mind.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I can even understand that. But I think you should take some time away from him. Like separate from him a little bit. Ask yourself what you want. So you have a guy who's not who's not going to die. He's not going to die for telling you the truth. And there was no need for him to have told you the lie. But he told you the lie about how many siblings he had. He told you the lie about his grandparents and his parents. And about everybody. So as far as his family goes, he's told you lies. What other lies are you yet to uncover? So let me even tell you something. If you tolerate this, he has no incentive to change. Newsflash. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You're 28. You sound like you're 12. And you must make a decision because life is coming at you. And these are hurdles that you must surmount. So take some time, think about it. Ask yourself if you want to be a guy who's lying for pleasure. It's a different thing if your boyfriend did something against you and out of fear for you, he told a lie and then you caught him. Then you ask him, why did you lie? Then he said, I was afraid of losing you. That's a different thing. You just have a son of man who lies. Who lies because he has no job to go to. What?
He said he didn't know that everything is going to turn out serious.
That's even worse. Child, are you even listening to the stories this guy has told you? That's even worse. So wait, he lied to you and he's willing to die thinking he's not going to get caught. And then you catch him, he's like, dang it, that game didn't click. He's saying he lied to you, but he didn't know that he was going to get... Are you hearing this gist? I'm already tired and I'm not even living the experience.
And again, he said that he was looking for a perfect time to tell me that each time he's with me, he always feels guilty because he knows he had something in his hand keeping that he's supposed to tell me. But he always finds time. That he's never seen the perfect time to tell me this. That's why he's still keeping it.
You started dating this guy at 24, you're 28. So between that 4 years, the sun didn't rise and nothing made sense. There wasn't a good day enough for him to tell you the truth. And and there was no reason. You have to understand that there is no reason why he did this.
No reason at all.
Well, you have to choose then if you want to be with this guy or not. And stop acting like you don't know. Stop saying that.
Yeah, I have to think more about it.
Yeah, you have to think about it and then you make a choice. And God, I hope you make a good choice. The obvious one.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. You know. How many times have I told you that? You know. You just don't want to admit that you know so that you can act on what you know. You're hoping that if you play dead long enough, then it's going to change. Like, it's going to become as though it never happened. What do you mean you don't know? Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, George, good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
No, I want to talk to the woman before this girl.
You have a minute on the clock.
Yeah, I want to advise her, like the husband said to her, don't go to my people. The man have reason why he said that. And according to her, she made it clear that she did not do whatever they accuse of. Your children, when they grow, they will go back to you. Your place is not far from your husband's place. When you're ready to go back to your own family, your husband is dead. So what do you want to go and do with those family anymore? When their son was sick, they refused to come and see him in the hospital. Now they are calling on you. Don't go. Let your children, when they grow up, they must go back to their father's place. Thank you.
I don't think they have to go back to their father's place. I don't think so. Oh, come on. This whole food chain of culture. I mean, that's a tradition you want to sustain, right? No, they can they can become a new village, have a new culture where they don't accuse women of witchcraft, adultery, and where the men don't die. I even thought that was a place in the sky. So apparently it's somewhere on the down the road. Say men don't die. And if the man dies, it's the woman that killed him. Such misery that women are forced to live. And then, imagine being a woman and you have to spend your life defending that. I'm surprised she's picking their calls. She nice. Confessions Thursday.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome, it's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
No, I just want to comment on that lady that spoke last now.
A minute on the clock.
This is my first time of calling.
Welcome, first time.
I love you again so much.
Thank you.
I think she doesn't know what she wants, and she's desperate in getting married to that guy. That's just her problem.
She'll be damned if she did. Amanya, she'll be damned if she did.
I didn't hear you.
Go ahead.
I said she showed desperate, even as she has discovered all the lies and she still wants to go ahead. That means she's desperate. She just leave the guy and go away.
Well, she needs to come to that conclusion, so she needs a few days to think about it.
Well, it's left for her to decide anyway.
The Lord is her
But
shepherd.
no matter the advice you give to her, she won't take. She will just do what is on her mind.
I'm not the one who's going to suffer. I'm good with that, right? The outcome is a win for me.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I did a great job.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's Confessions Thursday. On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info. The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info, 10 minutes before touchdown, 2 p.m. Confessions Thursday. My name's Joyce. When you're calling, you don't say your name. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Confessions Thursday.
Yes, I want to advise the caller that said that he defend the sister and to get her abortion. Later, the lady sick and he did not go. And the lady later passed on. He went for burial. And then he went further to say that the mother of the lady did not like him because of what he's doing. And the mother died. He said that the mother of the lady died in front of his house. So if you have any knowledge, you have something to say. If you have any knowledge about the death of the mother, why he died in front of his house, you should better say it now, no? Because he did not finish that part.
Oh, no, I asked him. He said he has no hand in it.
Why is he afraid? He should better open up.
No, that's exactly what he said. I asked him, he said he had no hand in it. And I think it was in front of her house, not his house.
Before you let that, you do not allow him to finish. In that area.
No, am I supposed to suspect that he killed her? I asked him, he said no, he had no hand in it.
It should better say, why should the mother die in front of his house by trailer? How come about the mother in front of his house?
I understand your suspicion, but he said he had no hand in it. Huh?
He's a suspect.
But he's not a murderer. It's suspicion, isn't it? It's just that's what you have, suspicion. But
if he's ready, if he's ready for God to forgive him, he should call back or let us do and finish that part. Thank you.
You just like gist, because what else do we call this one? You were just hoping that he would just call and be like, you know what, her mom died, and I'm the murderer. Probably like Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Confessions Thursday. Hey, the volume of your radio set. Yo. Hello. The volume of your radio set. Like you know. Confessions Thursday. The sunny side. Welcome to the show. Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. When you're calling, you don't say your name. Yeah, so jam in now. Well, we can... Oh, I'm not going to be here next week, and that makes me feel good. But, of course, I'll be back. Hello.
Hello, Joy.
Afternoon Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Good afternoon, my sister. Well done.
Thank you. You have a confession?
I want to comment on that guy that said that the girlfriend was aborting a baby. And
1 minute on the clock. 1 minute.
That guy is very wicked.
Wait. Let's go back a little bit. Wait, look. You see, you can't imagine all the emotions I felt myself. But you see, I didn't call him wicked.
My sister.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I know you're a mom and he's pinching you. Wait. He called to confess. It is not for me to condemn. I'm just here to hear gist. Do you get? So you can, but you also have to understand that he said he's sorry, and that's even why he called. The rest is for God to do.
By his words, there is nothing like any sorry. I think I listened to
No. He said
there
that. He did say.
Of sorry.
No, pardon me. Let me tell you what I heard. Whether he means what he said is a different thing. But he said to me that when the girl's mother died, I remember he said it about that same period, that when the girl's mother died, that he was hoping he would see both of them and apologize. He said that, and I heard it. So,
but wait, before the death of the mother. How can you be dating a lady?
But wait, wait, stop. He admitted it. You're not his God. Let his God take up the gist from where I left off.
My sister.
It's all right. Deal with. Wait. Amen. Amen. Wait, stop. Off on a good Lord of heaven. Beat these people up.
The debaters are ready.
My name is Sajid Kidibura.
My name is Brian McClemens. My name is Ora Princess.
The panel of judges are ready.
The judges have decided.
The prize money is ready. 1 million naira.
There's only one question left, Lagos.
Are you, the audience, ready? It's the August edition of the I Beg to Differ debate tournament.
In line with research, Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, your moderator. Join me from August 8th as the best student debaters go head to head.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
Weekdays at 4 on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. This tournament is supported by Webster University, RLG Communications, obiwizi.com, Booker Hot, and Storm Body Spray.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
So, there's something I think that people need to learn. Oh, by the way, my name's Joyce, Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome, another beautiful Thursday. And it's really, like, you can tell this pot is boiling over. There's something Nigerians need to learn. Well, I think we need to learn something. Maybe not just Nigerians. Maybe it's not all. But I think we need to be aware of something. You see, when a person wrongs you and the person is not sorry, your anger is sustained. In fact, your anger can be inflamed, and there is justification for that inflammation. When a person has done something and the person is sorry, it almost changes the entire cause, really. It seems as though now you must temper justice with mercy because the person is sorry. I mean, even the courts do that. It's like, now the person is sorry. So you're going to judge them, but because they're sorry, it's as though that takes away from the weight of the wrath. You get it. It deducts a little bit from the wrath, from the anger, from the judgment, from the rod that will come down on them. There's a slight deduction. Now, you have to try to be dispassionate about some of the things you hear. I understand that there is a temptation to hear something and be like, you are going to hell. Or you are a child. He even said it. He said, I was used by the devil. I know it. I don't know. I even want to debate the he was used by the devil part, but I don't have enough time on the clock. It's like, no, you are not used by the devil. You chose these things. But you see, the beauty of that conversation was, and that's really why I enjoyed it to some degree, was he allowed himself feel the error. And he didn't make excuses for anything that he did. That judgment is him and his God. And we spoke about what he thought about his redemption. And I thought for a moment I was getting the sense that maybe he was comfortable that he has prayed and so he's forgiven. And I say to him, my mind went somewhere else. And I think you're good, but you're not. And I say, take your forgiveness serious. Well, take your repentance seriously. And he says, well, I understand that, but this is what I'm willing to do. It's like, what else can you do when a man has admitted his wrong? Honestly. No, some people admit it and they're arrogant. When they willfully come forward, when you can sense that they're honest, what else do you want to do with them? You can say, I'm not going to be your friend. You're not going to come to my house. But he said, I understand. Look, when we spoke about forgiveness, it seems as though we were trying to suggest that there is always consequence for it. But it's not you're not in that position to exert consequence. So I don't want you to allow your emotions boil over with what you think he deserves and what you think he don't. Time will tell whether he's truly, it's all his. The best I can get from him is what I've gotten from him, and I'm grateful for that moment. The rest is him and his God. So don't become dispassionate. Hear it, feel it, and then separate yourself. Except it's your story. Except maybe he did it to your daughter. That's a different thing. But other than that, become dispassionate. You hear it, you feel it, you wow, you feel bad, but then you must become dispassionate so that you don't condemn people. Meanwhile, you're wrong. You don't judge a man for a different type of sin. Meanwhile, you're a sinner. It's like these are all the nuances that we have to be careful about. Good God. 2 p.m. Nice. The real work starts. The Lords of Logic. On the other side of 2 on 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. My name's Joyce. We'll be right back. The headlines is next. Oh, I like this one. On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls.
And on demand. 36